and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday, and giving you some bonus content on Mondays as well. I am, of course, your host, that guy, James J., alongside the American Scooter Dust.
Hey, hey!
And it's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with WWE Watch Along. The Undertaker versus The Undertaker from SummerSlam 1994. It took place August 29th, 1994 in Chicago, Illinois at the United Center. That's not the Rosemont Horizon, right?
No.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I thought.
no.
Yeah, and if you'd like to watch this match along with us, you will find a link to the match in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Or you can pull out your Betamaxes, your VHSs, your DVDs, Netflix until Peacock or whatever. But more accurately, YouTube in the description of the video below.
Netflix until you peacock on your YouTube.
Correct. I'm going to count us down from 3. When I say 1, start. Are you ready?
Maybe. Yes.
3, 2, 1. And here we go. We've done so many matches from SummerSlam 94.
I remember this night very clearly because I managed to convince my mother to order food from the sponsor of this event, which was Domino's. And me and you picture me in 1994. I basically looked the same. You know, I still looked like a 40-year-old man back then. And I'm talking to the Domino's driver. He's like, "Hey, you guys are presenting SummerSlam, right?" He's like, "Yeah, yes." And I wasn't sure if he actually knew it, knew what I was talking about, or if he spoke English. But I had some good wings. Now, all right, pop quiz. What was the one thing that distinguished this Undertaker from the real one?
Despite having a different face, it was the gloves, right?
Yeah. Yeah. This fake Undertaker has gray gloves, and the real one had purple.
Which is
Funny
weird
enough,
because Undertaker's known so much for the purple gloves, and yet he did not wear them that long. It was only for maybe a year or 2.
yep. I mean, when he started, he wore the gray gloves and everything. God, damn it, I had a thought in my mind, and now I've lost it.
as entertaining as Undertaker versus Undertaker is or was, um, the build up and the lead up to this match was arguably some great shit with Leslie Nielsen doing some detective work in order to find the Undertaker, or at least the real Undertaker. I don't know why, but I'll never forget. The sun was bright, and it was a kid that spoke very intellectually.
Well, that was the thing about the Naked Gun movies. He was always inner monologuing.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
And obviously, this is the reason, the way you would know that it's the real Undertaker as well. He's coming out with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman. Wrong Paul.
Oh no!
Paul Bearer, and he's coming in a casket with some druids.
But it's time to play everybody's favorite game. Find Paul Bearer's neck.
Was this the first time the casket was personalized like that? Except the Ultimate Warrior one.
Kamala had a personalized one.
But I mean, like, personalized especially for Undertaker.
The idea is that this is supposed to be the same casket from the Royal Rumble.
That's right, because he died.
Memorialized, yes.
He died
and
at
he,
that time.
And he Marty Jannetty'd up to heaven. I remember seeing that and being so amazed by it as a kid. And now, like, it's just that new urn smell. That smells like urine. Did they really need 6 druids and a casket that wide for that urn?
I was gonna say it's a little overkill, the urn. Like it could have been a little smaller.
I don't know what was more ridiculous, this or Jerry Lawler putting a bottle of shampoo under Al Snow's mannequin head and saying it now has head and now has shoulders so it can be pinned.
That's just smart.
Oh, epilepsy warning, epilepsy warning, epilepsy warning.
I mean, it's not that bright.
No, but it's the strobe effect that triggers seizures. They set a world record that day. Most seizures triggered at a sporting event.
No, you never seen the Pokemon episode.
Oh, yeah, Porygon, yes.
Yeah. So wait a minute. They brought out a casket for the Undertaker, but he didn't come out of the casket. He just came out of the regular entrance, walking.
Put up the casket signal. I mean, essentially, that urn was a giant stage light. That's all it was.
But that explains why it was so big. It's funny that we're already 7 minutes into this, and the match hasn't started yet.
I mean, you also have to take the fact into account that that if you really want to analyze this, you'd have to come to terms with the notion that Paul Bearer actually cremated The Undertaker.
Well, haven't you heard, from the ashes he shall rise?
Yeah, he's not a phoenix.
We're putting logic to the Undertaker at this point.
Uh,
This took place in 1994, as I said, in Chicago, Illinois, United States. The attendance was 23,300. And the tagline was "So hot, it's scary."
oh God. And I remember the tagline for this specific match.
So hot, it's
When
scary.
truth, no, the specific match, not the event. When truth lies on the other side, vengeance never dies. And I always thought Vengeance Never Dies would be a great pay-per-view name. Not just Vengeance.
Or Vincent's Day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a pretty big house, considering that these were maybe the worst years of WWE that we're watching right now. I mean, it was so bad they had nobody for Undertaker to wrestle that they literally had to make the Undertaker wrestle himself. The other matches on this card would be, the dark match would be Adam Bum versus Quang. Bam Bam Bigelow and IRS, they defeated, the Head Shrinkers by disqualification. Alundra Blaze defeated Bull Nakano with, Luna Fashan. Razor Ramon defeated Diesel. Tatanka defeated Lex Luger. That's where we're at right now. Jeff Jarrett defeated Mabel with Asuka. And the match prior to this, Bret Hart defeated Owen Hart to retain the WWE Championship in a cage match that we watched along, quite some time ago. So you could definitely go check that out. Is it weird that this match went on after the World Championship match?
Yes. But then again, the audience wasn't exactly, as smart as they were. Grimace looked so healthy before he discovered McDonald's. Those aren't actually gloves; those are his hands.
Well, I mean, if people were into it. I think they were, at least.
Well, this happened 2 days before my 10th birthday. Also, I have to remember that this was also the night Tatanka turned heel.
Is that really anything to write home about?
Well, considering that he joined the corporation and DiBiase is out here.
Ooh, that was a bad suplex by Undertaker.
That terrible bump. Terrible. Keep in mind, you would not see anything like that nowadays, because that would be a positive for the heel, only for the heel to get one upped later in the night. It's that rule of try not to repeat a lot of stuff in the same on the same card.
If I'm being completely honest here, it looks like if Undertaker was wrestling, you know how you could make a wrestler in 2K
Yep.
and you make the wrestler and somebody tried to make the Undertaker and it just came out slightly wrong.
And they put an R instead of a T. It became the Underbreaker.
Right. Copyright infringement. NDAs intact.
Of course, this Undertaker was Brian Lee, ECW fame, and later as part of the DOA, Disciples of the Apocalypse,
That's right.
which was redundant in and of itself. How does an apocalypse have disciples?
Well, I mean, I believe Undertaker was a fan of his. They were friends.
Yes, they had worked together in Texas, Memphis, and I'm pretty sure Coleco would be able to confirm that.
More than likely.
Another terrible bump. That's done.
This was not winning any Meltzer Match of the Year awards.
In fact, this got the. I'm pretty sure this got worst match of the year.
I'm definitely regretting rewatching it. I think this is the first time we've seen Undertaker's actual face in this match. They've been pretty good with covering their faces with the hair.
Yeah, no, they weren't. Not. They absolutely were not. I mean, credit where all credit is due. They at least tried to get someone who had similar arm tattoos.
Right. That is true. For a moment there, I thought that they actually just drew his tattoos onto him.
No, Brian Lee's tattoos are very much real. They look similar, but they're not actually the same.
That is interesting.
They also might be the kind where it's not a real tattoo, but it's also not one of those ones that you get with the chewing gum that you'd have to lick and put on your arm.
Yeah, I got you.
But then again, I don't remember ink running off any of fake Undertaker's arms.
I'm sure if you dive into the dirt sheets at that time, maybe something would have came up. But
here's the thing: Undertaker has his real hair. Brian Lee, fake Undertaker, he's wearing a wig.
Right.
And if he's not exactly wearing a wig, he's wearing a lot of extensions.
Something like that.
Because
That was a horrible chokeslam as well.
Yeah. I mean, when you're delivering the Undertaker's moves to the Undertaker.
And also keep in mind he's like maybe an inch smaller than Undertaker.
Yes, that was the other big thing.
I mean, if he was taller,
Look,
that did not look good. If he was, I mean, they could have put, lifts in his shoes to make him look a little bit bigger.
Yes, but then you kind of have to learn to wrestle on those.
I mean, you're watching the match, Scooter. It's not they're not exactly having a barn burner 5-star match in the Tokyo Dome.
But it would be in terms of actually standing. If he had lifts,
Now that was a good tombstone.
And I did not realize that was a jumping tombstone.
I would honestly put that in the top tombstones that he's done. I think I've only seen him do that maybe one other time against Shane McMahon.
He did it WrestleMania 26.
Against the Final Nail tombstone, right?
Yep.
That's a great fucking name for it. The Final Nail tombstone. Why wasn't the Final Nail ever one of his moves? That's gonna keep me up at night.
Because making it sound like the Final Nail makes it sound like porn.
Okay.
Also, you have to add in the rest of the phrase, nail in the coffin. 2, I have no idea why Earl Hebner had to count that slow.
To get people invested.
Oh, look! It's the super fan.
Oh, which one? I didn't catch it.
The one they did the documentary on.
Okay.
I don't want to say Vladimir, but God dang it. But he would always find his way to the. You would always see him. It's like it's like seeing the guy with the red hat from the Attitude Era.
Right. And they.
Oh shit!
And then they put the fake Undertaker in the WWE archives. You can view him at the next WWE, wherever they do the shops. I think it's going to be in Germany this year. Who knows?
Dude.
That's at Berlin.
Yeah. You weren't making a Holocaust joke.
No. They're going to put the fake Undertaker on display at the Bass in Berlin Superstore. Next to the Gobbledygooper and Hector Guerrero.
$9.99.
I prefer 7-Eleven. Alright, that will conclude this watch-along. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, but on YouTube and CastBox. This is sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us this Saturday as we preview and review the latest shows from WWE and everything in between. And follow us at Wrestling with E, but on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Scooter?
As always, find me on X at Scooter Dust, and as always, keep your eyes open for any potential and upcoming news.
For Coleco Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
When do we start the watch along?
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.